Hey guys, this is Matt with Milwaukee Road. I'm going to show you a little bit of an update. I haven't gotten a lot done only because of the hurricane season that we've had. But here's what I've got done so far. Hope you guys like it. Okay, everyone. Here is my helix, and on the other side, you can see right over here is the NS yard that I have, and I've got the reversing loop right here. Helix that goes to the upper level. What I'm going to do is right here I'm actually going to put in a Y, and from there continue the track plan out, and I've added this area 2 feet by just under 4 foot, and what I'm going to have is one track going into a warehouse back here, which will be the Coca-Cola plant, with a little 2-bay loading facility. Then over here, well, coming off of here, I'll have a small little 3-track holding yard, which will go in through the building right here. Oh, sorry about that. And this is actually going to be this building and this building are going to be a fire truck assembly plant. So I'm going to have a bunch of fire trucks waiting to be shipped out right here, and I'm going to have 2 separate tracks right here for holding cars that either go to Coca-Cola or to the fire truck plant. Then the other thing I'm going to have in the back, as you can see, I have that coming right off of the runaround track, and that's going to go right into here, and from there I'm going to have a distribution center. So the 2 tracks right here are going to go into a building starting about right here, and 2 tracks all the way back. So I can put some cars in there, and you know, just kind of a little storage area. Don't know exactly what distribution center it'll be, but that's what I have planned for that. As far as this line right here, it will be a branch line, which, as you can see how it makes the curve. I have not finished it yet, but it will continue going across here, and around this area I'm going to put a 2-track, I'm going to put a turnout coming in from here, so then that way I'll have 2 tracks, one for storage and one for the run, the run through, then another turnout before I get to these containers, and going through the back of there all the way across the door and onto the workbench, where it'll go into another turnout, and I have my programming and test track set up on the bench. So here is what I have for the workbench. Put the light on. So it'll come down from there, come across here, and when it gets over to here, it's actually going to kind of divert, go underneath the laptop. I have to build a little shelf for it, and then it's going to connect into the 2 tracks here, one being isolated and one being for the test run. So on the workbench I'll have my test run for DCC, programming for DCC, and my DC test track. The DC test track will not be hooked up into the layout at all. Just the wiring on that would be way too confusing, so I'm not even going to mess with that. But that way I have those 2 tracks hooked up, and it'll continue all the way down and go right into the runaround track and into the helix. So I can bring cars into here that need to get repaired, or bring an engine that needs to get repaired and send it out from here. So that's all that I've got right now. Okay guys, one last thing I was going to show you. I've got the yard pretty much set up, ready to go. Everything's all hooked up, ready to go. I don't have all my engines out, as you can see, but I am going to be putting some utility stuff, sand and water and diesel. And then also right here, what I'm going to do is do the same thing for the 2 tracks, And then the one back here, what I'm going to actually do is do a wash track for right here. So then that way an engine can roll in, get washed, and then the sanding tower is going to go on this one. So that's what I've got there. Now, some of you have seen in the Facebook groups, I redid the track plan right here. I put the turnout, so then that way I can have a little bit of a little extra operation inside the Army base. So basically what I did was, just kind of cut in through the green that I had and put the track in. Now, one thing that I did make, these right here, anyone who's in the military knows exactly what these are. They're anti-tank, some of them call them hedgehogs, some of them call them Tic Tacs. It just depends, which branch you're in that, and what they call them. But you'll see these at a lot of bases for the entrance into the base. And basically what they can do is they can just be picked up, moved off to the side, and let traffic flow through, and then they can put them back on and close it off so that nothing else can go in and out. I'm going to put a small little a little security camera. I know it'd be more realistic if I had a gatehouse, but honestly, I really don't want to clutter that area up. I already feel that this is already too cluttered. But I hope you guys like this so far, and this is what I've got done. So next I'm going to be pouring the basin for all of this. I still have to paint all these, put them in, and then fill in with plaster. So hope you guys like it. You can see the new area down there. So hope you guys like how this is coming along, and I will see you guys on the next one.